Hey, Dan, Coach Miller here with NorCal Sports Network with a video on the LA Dodgers starting rotation with the new addition of Roki Sasaki. And the question is, do the Dodgers have the best starting rotation of all time? Before we get into that, let us thank our sponsor of this video. That would be Chapman Law Group. Check out Chapman Law Group in the description of this video or give them a call at 415-613-9483 and tell them NorCal Sports Network sent you. All right, guys, do the LA Dodgers. Their rotation is stacked. They have 7 strong. If you look at Glasnow and Snell and Yamamoto and Sasaki and Ohtani and Kershaw and Dustin May and Tony Gonsolin. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. Emmett Sheehan's out there, Bobby Miller. I mean, they have now trade bait. The Dodgers are stacked. Does this mean that they are invincible and that they have put together, assembled the greatest starting rotation of all time? Well, that will remain to be seen. We'll see what happens in the 25 season. A lot of people have already given them the title, and they are the overwhelming favorites, obviously, with that pitching staff and then people in the field like Freeman and Betts and Ohtani and Will Smith and Teoscar Hernandez and Max Muncy and Conforto added. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But guys, still got to play the 162 plus the playoffs. I've seen things happen. I've been watching baseball for better part of about 55 years now. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if they can top the 1971 Baltimore Orioles led by Jim Palmer, Pat Dobson. There was Mike Cuellar, and I'm forgetting one other one here. Dave McNally. There we go. Dave McNally, Jim Palmer, Dave McNally, Mike Cuellar, and Pat Dobson. All 4 of those starting pitchers won 20 games each. It was a 4-man rotation. That's right. You heard it. 4-man rotation. My has the game changed. The LA Dodgers are looking to go to a 6-man rotation. And we're talking 4-man rotation back in the 70s. Even in 1995, the rotation for the Atlanta Braves was pretty stellar. They had, the great Greg Maddux. You had John Smoltz, and you had Tom Glavine and Steve Avery. Steve Avery did not have a great year in 95, a little bit of a shortened season. They didn't play all 162 because the strike from 94 carried over into 95. But the Braves won the World Series that year. And again, 4-man rotation. Here we are 30 years later, and now we're talking 6-man rotation. It's like, what happened to all the men that used to throw 200-300 plus innings a season, starting 40 games in a year and going 8-9 innings? Man, do I miss those days when we had strong men who could go out and pitch complete games. The game has changed. It has been infiltrated by analytics and people. And I don't know if necessarily the game's better or not. You got guys throwing heat, coming in and throwing to 3 batters, 4 batters, and throwing 102, 104 miles per hour, blowing out arms with Tommy John. Never experienced much Tommy John back in the 70s and 80s. Of course, Tommy John, who kind of was the name behind it, was the first one that had the surgery, but it was rare back then. These guys just went out and pitched. They threw 300 plus innings in the 70s, 60s, and 70s. And it's now these guys, if you get a guy that throws 180 innings pitch, he's a workhorse. It's like, wow, we got a guy that can throw 180. Logan Webb of the San Francisco Giants throwing over 200 innings the last couple years to lead all of Major League Baseball. And he's considered the iron horse, the workhorse of all of Major League pitching. And, you get into through 6 innings now, that's considered a quality start in Major League Baseball, 6 innings. So I don't know if the Dodgers, in the end, time will tell. I mean, on paper, right now on paper, they look like the most dominant starting pitching of all time. I mean, Ohtani's not even going to start the season in the rotation, probably not ready until May, but you got Blake Snell, Yamamoto, now Sasaki, and you got Glasnow. Those are four guys right there, and then you add in guys like Kershaw and May, and I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Gonsolin. I mean, they could throw 4 or 5 guys out there that are legitimate Cy Young Award candidates or have won Cy Youngs in the past. I mean, this is going to be a very difficult time for teams to beat these guys. But you know what? Injuries can happen. We saw the Dodgers last year. They won the World Series with 3 starting pitchers. I don't think they can do that with 3 starting pitchers again. Look, we'll see how this goes, but I got to believe that the Yankees are stronger this year. They've added Max Fried. They have Garrett Cole. They have some excellent starting pitching, and they got the Rookie of the Year from the Yankees. They got him back pitching. This is not going to be a done deal. I think it probably is the Dodgers and Yankees. To me, it looks like that. They are the 2 powerhouses. They spend the most money. I certainly would like to see some teams actually spend some more money. But you know what? I wouldn't put it past a team like the Arizona Diamondbacks to knock off the Dodgers in a playoff series as they did a couple seasons ago when they had their magical run and winning only 84 regular season games, but they made it all the way to the World Series. You put that rotation of Corbin Burns and Merrill Kelly and Zach Gallen, if they got the couple of Brandon Pfaadt, they Jordan Montgomery, if he bounces back, they've got Rodriguez. Look, the Diamondbacks have 6 starters as well. They'll probably move somebody, most likely. I know they've been trying to move Jordan Montgomery, but we'll see if that happens. But look, they still got to play the games. We'll see what happens. But I'm wearing this Orioles hat in honor of the 1971 Baltimore Orioles. The 4 pitchers, again, Jim Palmer, Dave McNally, Mike Cuellar, and Pat Dobson. 4 starting pitchers, all won 20 games that year. They fell to the Pittsburgh Pirates in 7 games in a classic World Series in 1971. And in Game 7, the great Roberto Clemente hit a home run, and the Pirates won that game 2-1 in Game 7. And of course, we lost the great Roberto Clemente a year later in 1972, on December 31st, 1972. The great Roberto Clemente was on a flight on an urgent request to deliver help to the earthquake-devastated Nicaragua. Roberto was from Puerto Rico, an all-time great. If you never got a chance to see Roberto Clemente play, go watch some highlights on him. He was phenomenal. But guys, thanks for watching this video. Comment in the comment section below. We read the comments. We try to respond to them. Is this the greatest pitching staff ever assembled with the LA Dodgers? Or is there another pitching staff you like better? You like the 71 Orioles, the 95 Braves? Is there another pitching staff that stands out to you? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video. Oh, and by the way, guys, with NFL going, you can join Better, B-E-T-R, right there up in the right-hand corner. Better, we're sponsored by them. They're the official daily fantasy sponsor of NorCal Sports Network. Click on the link in the description or download the app and use the code NCSN for a deposit match up to $250 plus a free pick. So go ahead and download that BETR on your app and put in the promo code NCSN. Enjoy, have fun, hope you win. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video, and we will see you on the next one.